The floodwater hits Riven's knees like fists. He stumbles forward, one hand braced against his swollen belly, the other gripping a duffel bag that's already soaked through. Rain doesn't fall in New Orleans tonight, it attacks. Thunder cracks so loud his ears ring. The old port road is gone, swallowed by black water rushing toward the river like it has somewhere urgent to be. Riven should have stayed inside. Any other pregnant Omega would have, but staying meant dying slowly, and he's done with slow deaths. The baby kicks hard against his ribs, a reminder, a warning, a plea. He doesn't know which. His hood flies back in the wind, rain slapping his face, blinding him. He can barely see 3 feet ahead. The streetlights died an hour ago. The only light comes from lightning splitting the sky every few seconds, turning the world white and then swallowing it again. Hi viewers, kindly tell us where you're watching from and what time it is. He's been walking for 20 minutes when he hears it. The crash. Metal screaming, glass exploding, tires shrieking against wet pavement. Then a scream, human, desperate. Riven freezes. Every instinct tells him to keep walking. Don't look, don't get involved. You're 3 hours away from freedom, don't throw it away for a stranger. But the baby kicks again. Harder this time. Like it's telling him something he doesn't want to hear. His feet move before his brain catches up. He splashes through the flood, thighs burning, lungs heaving. The water tries to pull him under with every step. His bag slips off his shoulder. He doesn't go back for it. He rounds the corner near the underpass and sees it. A black luxury sedan, nose down in the flood, back tires still spinning. The driver's side door is crushed inward like someone took a hammer to it. The car tilts, sliding slowly toward the riverbank. Headlights flicker underwater, casting ghostly beams through the murky current. Riven's heart slams against his chest. Someone's inside. He wades closer, water up to his waist now, each step a battle. His pregnant body screams at him to stop. His muscles shake, his vision blurs. He reaches the car and wipes rain from his eyes. Then he sees the face. Kairo Valen. The man who got him pregnant. The man whose father owns half of Louisiana. The man Riven swore he'd never see again. Unconscious, blood streaking down his temple, head slumped against the steering wheel. Riven's breath catches. No, this isn't real, this is a setup. Dax Valen doesn't do coincidences, this is a trap. But then he sees the back seat. A child. Small, terrified, pressed against the window, fists pounding weakly on the glass. Water creeps up his legs, rising fast. The boy's mouth moves. He's screaming, but Riven can't hear him over the storm. The baby inside Riven kicks, so hard he gasps. He looks at Kairo, then at the child, then at the water climbing higher. He has 3 seconds to decide. Run and live. Or stay and risk everything. The car shifts, groans, starts to slide faster. Riven slams his shoulder into the driver's side window. Pain explodes through his arm, the glass doesn't break. He hits it again, harder, his shoulder goes numb. Again, the window cracks. Again, it shatters inward, cold water punches him in the chest, flooding the cabin. Riven chokes, coughs, forces himself forward, his hands fumble through the dark, searching. He finds the boy first. Small arms wrap around his neck, clinging like a drowning man to driftwood. Riven drags him out, muscles screaming, and shoves him onto the hood. The boy coughs water, sobbing. Riven goes back for Kairo. The door won't budge, the water's chest-high inside now and rising. Riven smashes his elbow into the window frame. His skin tears. Blood mixes with rain. He doesn't stop. He unbuckles the seatbelt with shaking hands, hooks Kairo's arm over his shoulder, and pulls. The alpha is dead weight, 200 pounds of muscle and bone. Riven's knees buckle. His pregnant belly presses against the car door. The baby kicks in protest. He pulls harder. 1 step, 2 steps, 3. The car tilts sharply. Riven loses his footing. Water surges over his head. He can't breathe, can't see, his lungs burn. Then his feet find ground. He breaks the surface, gasping, dragging Kairo with him. The boy grabs his arm, helping pull. Together they haul the alpha onto higher ground, just as the sedan slides completely under the water. Gone, like it was never there. Riven collapses onto the pavement, chest heaving, blood mixing with rain on his arm. The boy crawls onto his lap, crying into his soaked shirt. Kairo coughs once, twice, water spills from his mouth. His eyes flutter open. And when he sees Riven, when he realizes who just saved him, his entire face shatters. Riven. Not angry, not cold. Broken. His gaze drops to Riven's belly, his body goes rigid. You're pregnant. Riven's voice comes out sharp as broken glass. Yeah, and you're gonna tell your daddy over my dead body. Kairo stares at him, then at the boy, then back at Riven's stomach. His lips move, but no sound comes out. The boy tugs on Riven's sleeve. Don't yell, he whispers. Daddy says yelling makes the monsters come. Riven's blood turns to ice. He looks down at the child, then at Kairo. Daddy. The boy points at Kairo with a trembling hand. And Riven's entire world cracks open. What secret is Kairo hiding about this child, and why didn't Riven know? Riven shoves the boy off his lap and stumbles to his feet. His legs shake, his arm bleeds, his belly aches from the strain, but none of that matters because the man he risked everything for, the man whose baby he's carrying, apparently has a whole child he never mentioned. Explain, his voice cuts through the rain. Now. Kairo pushes himself up slowly, wincing. Blood drips from his temple onto his soaked shirt. He doesn't wipe it away. He's not mine. Riven laughs, it comes out bitter and sharp. Right, because kids just randomly call strangers daddy. The boy, small, trembling, no older than 6, hides behind Kairo's leg. His eyes are wide and wet, fixed on Riven like he's waiting to be hit. Kairo's jaw tightens. His name is Silas, he's my little brother. The words hit like a fist to the chest. Riven stares, brother. Dax had him with an omega he destroyed. She didn't survive the birth. Kairo's voice is flat, empty, like he's reading facts off a page. He told everyone Silas was his secret heir, so the syndicate would respect him, but he never wanted him. He wanted a weapon, and when Silas didn't turn out to be one. He stops, swallows hard. Tonight I stole him, I was trying to get him out. Riven's chest tightens, so the crash. Dax's men did it. Kairo's eyes burn. They chased us, ran us off the road. They'd rather kill us than let me take him. The words settle heavy in the air between them. Riven looks at Silas. The boy's clothes are too big. His shoes don't match. There's a bruise on his wrist shaped like fingers. The baby inside Riven kicks again. He presses a hand to his stomach, breathless. You're telling me your father would kill his own son to keep control? Kairo doesn't blink, he's killed for less. The rain pounds harder, thunder rolls overhead. Riven can feel the water rising around their ankles again. Why didn't you tell me? His voice cracks. Why didn't you tell me about him? Kairo's face twists, because Dax tortures people for information. If you knew, he'd rip it out of you. He steps closer, eyes desperate. I was trying to protect you. By lying. By keeping you alive. The words hang between them like a blade. Silas tugs on Kairo's hand. I'm cold. Kairo crouches down, pulling the boy close. His hands shake as he smooths back Silas's wet hair. Riven watches them, watches the way Kairo holds him like he's made of glass, the way Silas leans into him like he's the only safe thing in the world. And something inside Riven breaks. Because this is what Kairo chose, not the Mafia, not his father's empire. A 6-year-old boy who needed saving. Riven's throat tightens. We can't stay here. Kairo nods. I know. They'll come back. I know. And when they do, I'll kill them. The words are so calm, so certain, that Riven believes him. Kairo stands, still holding Silas's hand. His other hand rests on the gun tucked into his waistband. Riven didn't see it before. Now he can't look away. How far did you get? Kairo asks quietly. What? Before you heard the crash, how far did you run? Riven's stomach twists. 3 hours. Kairo's jaw clenches. He knows. What? Dax, he knows you're pregnant. He knows you ran. His eyes meet Riven's. That's why the men were so close. They weren't just chasing me, they were hunting you. Riven's nays almost give out. No, he shakes his head. No, I was careful. I didn't tell anyone. You didn't have to. Kairo's voice is rough. He has people everywhere, doctors, nurses, even the Omegas in the housing units report to him. The betrayal hits like ice water. Someone sold him out. Someone he trusted. Riven's hands curl into fists. I'm not going back. I'm not asking you to. I'll die first. I know, Kairo's voice softens. That's why I'm not letting him find you. Sealer's whimpers, his small body shivers violently against Kairo's side. Riven looks at him, really looks at him, at the fear in his eyes, the way his lips are turning blue, the way he's trying so hard not to cry. And the baby inside him kicks again. Riven exhales slowly. There's a warehouse 2 blocks east, abandoned. I scouted it last week. Kairo nods, lead the way. They move through the flood in silence. Riven keeps his hand on his belly, each step harder than the last. His body is screaming, his muscles burn, his vision blurs at the edges. But he doesn't stop. Behind them, headlights cut through the rain. Riven's heart stops. Kairo grabs his arm, run. They bolt. Water splashes around their legs. Sealers cries out, stumbling. Kairo scoops him up without breaking stride. Riven's lungs burn, his belly cramps, he can't breathe. The headlights get closer. Closer. An engine roars. Kairo shoves Riven toward an alley. Go. Riven stumbles forward, crashes into a wall, keeps moving. The warehouse looms ahead, rusted metal doors, broken windows, half-collapsed roof. They slam through the entrance, just as tires screech behind them. Kairo locks the door, his hands shake as he sets Sealers down. Riven collapses against the wall, gasping for air. His whole body trembles. The baby kicks frantically, like it knows danger is close. Outside, car doors slam. Voices bark orders. Footsteps splash through water. Kairo pulls the gun from his waistband and checks the clip. His face is hard, unreadable. Sealers crawls to Riven, pressing against his side. Riven wraps an arm around him, feeling the boy's heartbeat racing against his ribs. A fist pounds on the door. Open up, Kairo, we know you're in there. Kairo doesn't move. The voice outside turns sharp. Your father wants the Omega. You hand him over, we forget this ever happened. Kairo's finger rests on the trigger. Riven holds his breath. Sealers whispers into Riven's chest, are the monsters here? And then Kairo does something Riven never expected. He aims the gun at the door. And fires. Will Kairo's rebellion cost them everything, or is this just the beginning of the hunt? The gunshot echoes like thunder inside the warehouse. Outside, someone screams. Then chaos erupts, men shouting, boots pounding, Mori gunfire, wild, angry, desperate. Kairo doesn't flinch. He moves to the broken window, gun raised, eyes scanning the flooded street. Riven presses Sealers' face into his chest, covering the boy's ears. His heart hammers so hard it hurts. The baby inside him kicks violently, over and over, like it's trying to escape. How many? Riven's voice shakes. 3, maybe 4. Kairo's jaw is tight, they're circling. A bullet punches through the metal wall. Riven flinches, Sealers whimpers. Kairo fires twice through the window. Glass shatters. Someone outside curses loudly. Then silence. Heavy, suffocating. Riven's ears ring. His hands tremble as he holds Sealers tighter. Are they gone? He whispers. Kairo doesn't answer. He edges toward the door, gun steady. His movements are controlled, precise, like he's done this before. And maybe he has. Riven's stomach twists at the thought. Kairo presses his ear to the door, listens, then slowly unlocks it and peers outside. Nothing. Just rain, darkness, the flood still rising. He closes the door again and locks it. His shoulders drop slightly. They're regrouping, his voice is low, we don't have much time. Riven shifts, trying to stand, his legs wobble, his belly cramps hard, stealing his breath. Sealers pulls away from him and stares up with wide, wet eyes. You saved us, the boy says quietly. Riven swallows, You pulled Daddy out of the water. Sealers' voice cracks, even though you were scared. Riven's throat tightens, he doesn't know what to say. Kairo crouches beside them, tucking the gun back into his waistband. His gaze locks on Riven's belly. When? He asks softly. When what? When did you find out? Riven looks away. 2 months ago. Kairo's jaw tightens. And you didn't tell me. Tell you? Riven's voice sharpens. You were barely around, and when you were, you acted like I was just another assignment. That's not. You never asked my name until the 3rd week. Kairo flinches. The silence stretches thin. Silas looks between them, confused. Why are you mad at Daddy? Riven's chest tightens. He's not my daddy, sweetheart. But you're having his baby. The words hit like a slap. Kairo stands abruptly, turning away. His shoulders are rigid, his fists clench at his sides. I didn't know, he says quietly, if I'd known. What? Riven cuts him off. You would have done what? Defied your father? Run away with me? We both know that's not how the syndicate works. Kairo turns back sharply. I'm running now, aren't I? The words hang heavy in the air. Riven stares at him, at the blood drying on his temple, at the exhaustion in his eyes, at the way his hand keeps drifting to Silas like he's afraid the boy will disappear. Yeah, Riven says finally, you are. Silas tugs on Kairo's sleeve. I'm hungry. Kairo's face softens instantly. He crouches down again, brushing wet hair from the boy's forehead. I know, buddy, we'll find food soon. Promise. Promise. Silas smiles weakly, then he turns to Riven, eyes curious. Is your baby a boy or a girl? Riven blinks. I don't know yet. When will you know? I'm not sure. Silas tilts his head. Can I feel it kick? Riven hesitates. Then slowly he takes Silas's small hand and places it on his belly. The baby kicks immediately. Silas gasps, eyes going wide. It's saying hi. Riven's chest aches. Kairo watches them, something unreadable crossing his face. Then Silas says something that makes Riven's blood run cold. Grandpa said he's gonna cut the baby out if you run away. The warehouse goes silent. Riven's breath stops, his vision tunnels. Kairo's entire body goes rigid. What did you just say? Silas shrinks back, suddenly scared. I heard him talking. On the phone, he said the Omega can't keep the baby if he runs. He said he'll take it out himself. Riven's hands shake violently. His stomach churns. He tastes bile. Kairo's face twists into something dark and murderous. When? His voice is barely controlled. When did he say that? Yesterday. Silas's eyes fill with tears. I wasn't supposed to hear. I'm sorry. Kairo pulls him close, holding him tight. It's not your fault. But his eyes meet Riven's over Silas's head. And Riven sees it. Raw, unfiltered rage. We're leaving the city, Kairo says flatly, tonight. Riven shakes his head. We can't. Dax owns the highways, the bridges, the ports. Then we go through the bayou. That's suicide. Staying here is worse. Riven opens his mouth to argue. Then headlights flood the warehouse. Bright, blinding, coming from every direction. Kairo grabs Silas and shoves him behind a stack of crates. He pulls the gun again, moving to the window. Riven's heart pounds so hard he can't hear anything else. Outside, engines idle, doors open and close, boots hit the pavement in perfect rhythm. A voice cuts through the rain. Calm, cold, familiar. Kairo, I know you're in there. Riven's entire body locks up. That voice. He knows that voice. Kairo's face drains of color. No, he whispers. The voice continues, smooth as silk. Bring me my Omega, son, or I'll burn this whole block down with you in it. Silas grabs Riven's arm, trembling. Riven looks at Kairo. Kairo looks back. And then the warehouse door explodes inward. What will Dax do when he finally gets his hands on them, and is there any escape left? Smoke fills the warehouse. Riven can't see, can't breathe, his lungs burn. The baby kicks frantically, panicking with him. Silas screams. Kairo fires blindly into the smoke. Once, twice, 3 times. Someone grunts, falls. But more boots pound forward. Hands grab Riven's arm. He twists, trying to break free, but the grip is iron. Got the Omega. Riven thrashes, his elbow connects with something soft. The man curses, loosens his hold. Riven stumbles backward, trips over debris, crashes into the wall. His vision clears just enough to see Kairo fighting 2 men at once, fists flying, blood spraying, the gun goes skittering across the floor. Silas huddles behind the crates, hands over his ears, crying. Another man moves toward him. Riven's instincts ignite. He launches himself forward, slamming into the man's side. They hit the ground hard. Pain shoots through Riven's belly. He ignores it. The man shoves him off easily, raises a fist. Then a gunshot cracks. The man drops. Riven looks up. Kairo stands over him, gun smoking, chest heaving. Get Silas, now. Riven scrambles to his feet, grabs the boy. Pulls him close. Outside, the voice returns. Dax Valen. Enough. The fighting stops. Kairo's men, the ones still standing, back away slowly. Blood drips from Kairo's nose, his knuckles are split open. He raises the gun toward the shattered doorway. And Dax Valen steps inside. He's not what Riven expected. Tall, lean, graying at the temples, wearing a perfectly tailored suit despite the storm, his shoes don't even look wet. He surveys the warehouse like he's inspecting property. Then his eyes land on Riven. And he smiles. Riven's blood turns to ice. There you are, Dax's voice is smooth, gentle even, like he's greeting an old friend. I was worried you drowned. Riven says nothing. Dax steps closer. Kairo moves between them, gun steady. Move, son. No. Dax's smile doesn't falter. I'm not asking. And I'm not moving. For a long moment they stare at each other, father and son, alpha and alpha. Then Dax sighs like he's disappointed. You always were soft. His gaze shifts to Silas, just like your mother. Kairo's jaw clenches. Leave him out of this. Leave him out, Dax laughs. He's the reason you're here. You stole my property. Again. He's a child. He's leverage. Dax's smile sharpens, just like the Omega. Riven's arms tighten around Silas. Dax takes another step forward. I've been very patient with you, Riven. I let you live in my housing. I fed you, clothed you, protected you. Riven's voice comes out flat. You imprisoned me. I gave you purpose. Dax's tone doesn't change. And you repaid me by running, taking my air with you. It's my baby. It's my legacy. The words settle like poison. Kairo's finger tightens on the trigger. You're not taking him. Dax finally looks at his son, really looks at him. You think you can stop me? His voice is soft, almost sad. You think one gun makes you dangerous. I think 5 bullets do. Dax's smile widens, then use them. Kairo doesn't move. Dax tilts his head. That's what I thought. He snaps his fingers. Men pour into the warehouse from every entrance. 6, 8, 10. All armed. All pointing at Kairo. Riven's heart stops. Kairo's hand shakes, the gun wavers. Dax steps closer. Put it down, son. No. Put it down, or I'll have them shoot the Omega first. Kairo's entire body goes rigid. Dax smiles, then the boy, then you, in that order. Silas whimpers against Riven's chest. Kairo's breathing is ragged, his eyes flick to Riven. Riven shakes his head, don't. But Kairo lowers the gun. And Dax plucks it from his hand like taking candy from a child. Good boy. Kairo's fists clench, his whole body trembles with rage. Dax turns to Riven, come here. Riven doesn't move. I said come here. I heard you. Dax's smile fades, you're trying my patience. Good. Dax's hand moves, so fast Riven doesn't see it coming. The slap cracks across his face, snapping his head to the side. Pain explodes through his cheek. the baby kicks violently. Kairo lunges forward, 2 men grab him, slamming him to the ground. Silas screams. Dax grabs Riven's chin, forcing him to look up. You belong to me, that baby belongs to me, and if you ever try to run again, his grip tightens until Riven gasps, I'll cut it out myself and raise it without you. Riven spits in his face. Dax doesn't even blink, he wipes it away slowly. Then he backhands Riven so hard he sees stars. Kairo roars, fighting against the men holding him. I'll kill you. Dax ignores him, he pulls a phone from his pocket and dials. Send the car, he hangs up, then looks at Riven. You're coming with me, the boy stays with Kairo for now. Riven's voice shakes, no. It wasn't a question. Hands grab Riven's arms, he struggles but his body is weak, exhausted. Silas clings to his leg, don't take him, please. Dax's men pry the boy away. Riven reaches for him desperately, Silas. Kairo's voice cuts through the chaos, Riven. Their eyes meet across the warehouse. And Kairo mouths 2 words. Trust me. Then the men drag Riven outside into the rain. A black car waits, engine running. Dax opens the door, get in. Riven looks back at the warehouse, at Kairo still on the ground, at Silas sobbing. The baby kicks one more time. And Riven makes a choice. He gets in the car. Has Riven just sealed his fate, or is Kairo's plan the only hope they have left? The car door slams shut. Riven presses himself against the far side, as far from Dax as possible. His cheek throbs where he was hit. His hands shake as they rest on his belly. The baby hasn't stopped kicking. Dax settles into the seat across from him, perfectly calm. He brushes rain from his sleeve like this is just another Tuesday. You cost me 3 men tonight, he says conversationally. Do you know how expensive good muscle is? Riven doesn't answer. Dax leans forward, I'm talking to you. I don't care. Dax's smile returns, cold, empty, you will. The driver starts moving. The warehouse disappears behind them, swallowed by rain and darkness. Riven's chest tightens, his mind races. Kairo mouthed, trust me. But how can he trust anything right now? Dax watches him with the focus of a predator studying prey. You really thought you could run from me? I got 3 hours. And then you saved my son. Dax tilts his head, interesting choice. Riven's jaw clenches, the kid was drowning. Silas, his name is Silas. I know his name. Do you know why he exists? Dax's tone doesn't change. His mother was an experiment. I wanted to see if breaking an omega completely would produce a stronger alpha heir. It didn't. She died. The boy lived, weak, useless. Riven's stomach turns. You're a monster. I'm practical, Dax leans back. And now you're carrying my actual heir, one conceived with real potential. My son's genetics mixed with yours. His eyes glitter. This child will be everything Silas isn't. This child will never know you. Dax laughs, bold words for someone trapped in my car. Riven looks out the window, rain streams down the glass. They're heading deeper into the industrial district. Warehouses, factories, places where screams don't carry. Where are you taking me? Somewhere secure. Dax pulls out his phone, types something. Somewhere Kairo won't find you. Riven's heart pounds, he'll come. Let him try. The car turns down a narrow street. Water floods the road, splashing against the tires. Riven's mind races. He needs a plan, a weapon, something. His hand slides slowly toward the door handle. Dax's voice cuts through the silence. I wouldn't. Riven freezes. Child locks, Dax explains. You're not going anywhere. Riven's fist clenches. You can't keep me locked up forever. I don't need forever, just 9 weeks. Dax's gaze drops to Riven's belly. After that, the baby's viable, and you become optional. The words hit like ice water. Riven's breath catches. You're going to kill me. Only if you make me. Dax's tone stays pleasant. Cooperate, and you might even get to hold the child before I take it. Riven's vision blurs. His hands shake violently. The baby kicks again, hard, desperate. Like it knows. Suddenly the car swerves. Riven slams into the door. Dax braces himself against the seat. The driver curses, something's blocking the road. Dax's expression hardens, go around. Can't, it's... The windshield explodes inward. Glass sprays everywhere. Riven throws his arms over his belly, curling instinctively. The car skids wildly, hydroplaning through the flood. The driver slumps forward, blood pouring from his head. The car crashes into a building, metal screams, airbags explode. Then silence. Riven's ears ring, his body aches everywhere, his vision swims. He forces himself to look up. Dax is unconscious, blood streaming from a gash above his eye. The driver isn't moving. Outside, footsteps splash through water. The door beside Riven is ripped open. Kairo. Soaked, bleeding, eyes wild. Move. Riven doesn't hesitate. He grabs Kairo's outstretched hand and lets himself be pulled from the wreckage. Silas appears beside them, clutching a metal pipe twice his size. Did I do good? The boy asks breathlessly. Kairo ruffles his hair. You did perfect. Riven stares between them. What, how? Later, Kairo grabs his arm. We need to go now. Behind them, Dax groans, starts to move. Kairo pulls a gun from his waistband, a different one, and aims it at his father. For a long moment, he doesn't move. His finger rests on the trigger. Dax's eyes flutter open, blood drips down his face. He sees Kairo. And smiles. Do it, Dax rasps, prove you're not weak. Kairo's hand shakes. Riven holds his breath. Silas grabs Kairo's other hand. Don't, please. Kairo's jaw clenches, his entire body trembles. Then he lowers the gun. You're not worth it. He turns away, grabs Riven, pulls Silas close. They run. Behind them, Dax's voice rises over the storm. You can't hide from me, boy. I own this city. I own you. But they don't stop. They disappear into the rain. Into the darkness, into the maze of flooded streets. And for the first time tonight, Riven lets himself believe something impossible. Maybe they'll survive this. With Dax Valen hunting them and nowhere left to hide, can they escape the city alive, or is this just the beginning of an even deadlier game? The abandoned warehouse smells like rust and decay. Riven collapses against the wall, chest heaving, lungs burning. Water drips from his clothes onto the concrete floor. His belly cramps hard, too hard. The baby hasn't stopped kicking since the car crash. Kairo sets Silas down gently, then moves to the broken windows, scanning the street outside. We're clear for now. Riven's hands shake as he presses them to his stomach. How long? Until they find us, Kairo's jaw tightens. Maybe an hour, maybe less. Silas curls up on the floor, shivering. His lips are pale, his eyes are half closed. Riven's chest aches looking at him. He needs food, water, rest. I know, Kairo's voice is rough, but we don't have any of that. Silence fills the space between them, heavy, suffocating. Rain pounds the roof like fists, thunder rolls overhead. Riven's vision blurs, his body is shutting down, 2 days without real sleep, 1 meal, a baby draining everything he has left. Why? His voice cracks. Why did you help me? Kairo turns slowly. Blood still stains his temple. His knuckles are split open. His shirt is torn. What? In the car, you could have let Dax take me. You could have saved yourself. Riven's throat tightens. Why risk it? Kairo's expression shifts. Something raw flickers across his face. Because I'm tired of watching people die for him. The words hang in the air. Riven stares. That's not an answer. It's the only one I have. Liar. Kairo flinches. Riven. You knew, Riven's voice rises. You knew I was pregnant and you didn't say anything. You knew Dax would come for me and you let me believe I was safe. I was trying to protect you. By lying to me, Riven's chest heaves. By treating me like I was too weak to handle the truth. Kairo takes a step forward. You weren't weak, you were vulnerable, there's a difference. Stop, Riven's voice shakes. Just stop pretending you cared. Pretending, Kairo's eyes flash. I fought my father for you, I stole his car, I destroyed his men, I burned every bridge I had. Because you felt guilty. Because I love you. The words explode into the silence. Riven freezes. Kairo's chest rises and falls rapidly, his fists clench, his jaw trembles. I love you, he says again, quieter. I've loved you since the first time you looked at me like I was a person instead of a weapon. Riven's breath catches. But Dax doesn't let people love. He uses it, twists it, turns it into chains. Kairo's voice cracks. So I buried it. I lied to you. I lied to myself. Because if Dax knew, if he saw, he'd rip you apart just to prove he could. Tears burn Riven's eyes. You should have told me. I know. You should have trusted me. I know. Riven looks away. His hands tremble on his belly. The baby kicks weakly now, exhausted. Kairo moves closer, slowly, like approaching something fragile. I'm sorry, his voice is barely audible, for all of it. Riven swallows hard. Sorry doesn't change what happened. I know, Kairo stops just inches away, but maybe it's a start. Riven looks up, their eyes meet. And for the first time, Riven sees him, really sees him. Not the Mafia prince, not the alpha enforcer. Just a man trying to survive the same cage Riven's been trapped in. I want to believe you, Riven whispers. Then believe me. Kairo reaches out slowly, palm up, an offering, a choice. Riven stares at his hand, at the scars on his knuckles, at the blood still drying between his fingers. He lifts his own hand. Their fingers brush. And then Silas's small voice cuts through the moment. Grandpa said he'll cut the baby out if you run. Both men freeze. Riven's blood turns to ice. What? Silas sits up, eyes wide and wet. I heard him on the phone, yesterday, his voice shakes. He said if the Omega runs, he'll take the baby out himself. He said Barbies don't need mothers, just blood. Riven's hands fly to his stomach, his vision tunnels. Kairo's entire face twists into something murderous. Say that again. Silas shrinks back. I am sorry, I didn't mean. Kairo crouches in front of him, gripping his shoulders. You didn't do anything wrong, but I need you to tell me exactly what you heard. Silas nods, trembling. He was in his office, talking to the doctor, the one who checks on the Omegas. His voice drops to a whisper. He said if Riven got past the city limits, they'd bring him back and do surgery. Take the baby early. Keep it alive in the hospital. Riven's knees buckle. He slides down the wall, gasping. Kairo's hands shake. His jaw clenches so hard his teeth crack. Did he say when? Silas nods as soon as they find him. The warehouse goes silent. Riven can't breathe, can't think. His hands press against his belly, feeling the weak kicks inside. 9 weeks left. 9 weeks until the baby's safe. And Dax wants to take it now. Kairo stands slowly, his entire body radiates rage. He's not touching you, his voice is flat, final, or the baby. Riven looks up, tears streaming. How do you stop him? He owns everything, everyone. I don't know yet, Kairo pulls out his phone, but I know someone who might. He dials, waits. Riven watches, heart pounding. The line clicks, a woman's voice answers. Dax Valen, I was wondering when you'd call. Kairo exhales, I need help. I know I've been tracking you for 3 hours. The voice is calm, professional. You're at the old Mitchell warehouse, east side, flooded street, no exits. Kairo's eyes widen, who is this? Detective Marin Solis, Federal Task Force, and I've been building a case against your father for 2 years. She pauses, I think it's time we talked. Kairo's grip tightens on the phone. How do I know I can trust you? You don't, but right now I'm the only chance you have. Her tone sharpens. Dax has 15 men heading your way. You've got maybe 10 minutes, so either you trust me or you die there. Kairo looks at Riven, then at Silas. His jaw sets. What do you need? Stay where you are, I'm sending units now. But Kairo, her voice drops. When this is over, you testify. Everything, no immunity, no deals, just the truth. Kairo closes his eyes. Done. Good, hold tight. The line goes dead. Riven stares at him. What did you just do? Kairo pockets the phone. what I should have done years ago. Outside, sirens wail in the distance. Then headlights cut through the rain, multiple vehicles coming fast. Kairo moves to the window, his face goes pale. They're early. Riven scrambles to his feet. Who? The police. No, Kairo's voice is hollow. Dax's men. Steelers whimpers. The headlights get closer, engines roar. Kairo pulls his gun, checking the clip. 3 bullets left. Riven's heart pounds. What do we do? Kairo looks at him, at Sealers, at the warehouse with no back exit. We survive. The first car screeches to a stop outside. Doors slam. Boots hit the pavement. And then a voice calls out, smooth, cold, terrifyingly calm. Kairo, let's talk like civilized people. Dax Valen. Riven's breath stops. Kairo's finger rests on the trigger. How badly are you hurt, son? Dax continues. I can get you medical attention, the Omega-2, even the boy. He pauses. All you have to do is open the door. Kairo doesn't move. Riven whispers desperately, don't answer him. But Sealers' voice breaks the silence. Daddy. Kairo's eyes close. Dax laughs softly. There's my grandson. Come on out, Sealers. Grandpa's got hot food waiting. Sealers starts to stand. Riven grabs his arm. No. But I'm hungry. Sealers, Kairo's voice is firm. Stay. The boy freezes, torn. Dax's tone shifts, hardens. Last chance, Kairo. Send out the Omega and I'll let you and the boy walk. You have 10 seconds. Kairo raises the gun toward the door. Riven pulls Sealers behind him, one hand on his belly. The baby kicks weakly. Dax begins counting. 10. Kairo's hand shakes. 9. Riven's vision blurs. 8. Sealers starts crying. 7. Footsteps approach the door. 6. Metal scrapes, someone's picking the lock. 5. Kairo aims. 4. The lock clicks open. 3. The door starts to swing inward. 2. Kairo's finger tightens on the trigger. 1. And then the warehouse explodes with gunfire. Will Detective Solis arrive in time, or has Kairo just made the last mistake of his life? Bullets tear through the metal walls like paper. Riven hits the ground, covering Sealers with his body. His belly presses against the concrete. Pain shoots through him. The baby kicks frantically. Kairo fires back once, twice. His gun clicks empty. He curses, diving behind a stack of crates. The gunfire stops. Riven's ears ring. He can't hear anything except his own heartbeat pounding. Sealers sobs beneath him, small body shaking. Stay down, Riven whispers, don't move. Footsteps enter the warehouse, slow, deliberate. Dax's voice cuts through the silence. That was unnecessary, Kairo. Kairo doesn't answer. He's pressed against the crates, breathing hard, searching for another weapon. Dax steps further inside, flanked by 4 men, all armed, all aiming into the darkness. I gave you a chance. Dax sounds almost disappointed. I offered mercy, and you chose violence. He gestures. 2 men move forward, splitting up to search the warehouse. Riven holds his breath, his arms tighten around Sealers. 1 man passes within feet of them. Don't look down, don't look down. The man keeps walking. Dax continues, voice echoing. You know what I find interesting, son? You've always been weak, but tonight you're acting like you have something worth dying for. Kairo's voice finally rises from behind the crates. I do. The Omega, Dax laughs. He's property, a vessel, nothing more. He's the father of my child. The words hit like thunder. Dax goes still. What did you say? You heard me. Silence stretches thin. Then Dax's expression shifts. Something cold and calculating crosses his face. So it's true, he tilts his head. The baby is yours. Yes. Dax's smile returns, wider, crueler. Then this just became much more valuable. He snaps his fingers. The two men searching the warehouse suddenly move with purpose, sweeping faster, checking every corner. Riven's heart slams against his ribs. One man gets too close. His flashlight beam sweeps across the floor. Lands on Riven's leg. The man shouts, "Found them." Hands grab Riven, hauling him up. He tries to fight, but his body is too weak, too exhausted. Sealer screams as another man picks him up. Kairo explodes from behind the crates, tackling one of the men. They crash to the ground, fists fly, blood sprays. But there are too many. Two more men drag Kairo off, slamming him against the wall. One drives a fist into his stomach. Kairo doubles over, gasping. Dax approaches slowly, hands clasped behind his back. Enough. Everyone freezes. Dax stops in front of Kairo, studies his son's bloody face. "You fought well, I'm almost proud." He reaches out, gripping Kairo's chin, "But you're still soft." He releases him, turns to Riven. Riven stands there, breathing hard, sealers clinging to his leg. The men hold their guns steady but don't approach. Dax's gaze drops to Riven's belly. "How far along?" Riven says nothing. "Answer me." 31 weeks. Dax nods slowly. "Viable, good." He looks at one of his men. "Call Dr. Rashad, tell him to prep the surgical suite." Riven's blood turns to ice. "No. You don't have a say anymore." "You can't." "I can and I will." Dax's tone doesn't change. "The baby comes out tonight. You've proven you're too unstable to carry it safely." Kairo roars, struggling against the men holding him. "You touch him and I'll kill you." Dax doesn't even look at him. "You'll do nothing." He gestures to his men. "Take the Omega to the car. Sedate him if he resists." Two men move toward Riven. Riven backs up, pulling sealers with him. "Stay away from me. Don't make this harder than it needs to be." "I said stay away." One man grabs his arm. Riven twists, swinging wildly. His fist connects with the man's jaw. Pain shoots up his knuckles. The man barely flinches. He grabs both of Riven's wrists, forcing them behind his back. Riven screams, struggles, his belly cramps hard. Kairo fights like a wild animal, but there are too many hands holding him down. Sealer's cries, reaching for Riven, "Let him go." Dax crouches in front of the boy. "Quiet, Sealers. You're hurting him." "I'm saving the baby." Dax's voice is soft, almost gentle. "Don't you want your little brother or sister to be safe?" Sealers' face crumples. "Not like this." Dax stands, smile fading. "Take them all. We'll sort it out at the estate." The men start dragging them toward the door. Riven's vision blurs. His body is giving out. The baby's kicks are getting weaker. And then sirens scream outside. Loud, close, multiple vehicles. Everyone freezes. Red and blue lights flood through the broken windows. A voice booms over a loudspeaker. "This is the FBI. Drop your weapons and come out with your hands up." Dax's face twists. "Impossible." Kairo's expression shifts. Relief, hope. The loudspeaker continues. "Dax Valen, you are surrounded. Release the hostages and surrender immediately." Dax's men look at each other, uncertain. Dax pulls a gun from his coat. No one moves. But one of his men steps back, then another. "Boss, it's the feds." "I said no one moves." Dax aims the gun at Riven's head. Everything stops. Kairo's eyes go wide. "Don't." Dax's voice is ice. "If I can't have the air, no one can." His finger tightens on the trigger. Riven closes his eyes. The baby kicks one last time. And then the warehouse door explodes inward. Federal agents pour in, weapons drawn, shouting commands. Dax spins, firing twice. Agents return fire. Chaos erupts. Riven drops to the ground, covering his belly. Sealers curls against him. Kairo breaks free, tackling his father. They crash into the wall. The gun skitters away. Dax's fist connects with Kairo's jaw. Kairo responds with a brutal strike to the ribs. They're the same height, same build, but Kairo fights with rage Dax can't match. You don't own us, each word punctuated with a blow. Dax stumbles back, blood pouring from his nose. An agent moves in, FBI on the ground now. Dax raises his hands slowly, his eyes lock on Kairo. This isn't over. Yes, Kairo breathes, it is. Agents swarm Dax, forcing him down, cuffing his hands. A woman in a dark jacket approaches Kairo. She's tall, sharp-eyed, with grey streaking her black hair. Dax Valen. He nods, chest heaving. She extends a hand. Detective Marin Solis, you did good. Kairo looks past her to Riven. Is he? Medics are on the way. Marin's gaze softens. He's safe now. Kairo stumbles toward Riven, dropping to his knees beside him. Riven looks up, tears streaming. You came. Always. Kairo's hand hovers over Riven's belly. Can I? Riven nods. Kairo presses his palm gently against the curve. The baby kicks weakly beneath his touch. His eyes close, a shuddering breath escapes him. I'm so sorry. Riven's hand covers his. I know. Silas crawls between them, wrapping his small arms around both. Marin watches them for a moment, then she pulls out her phone. We need an ambulance at the Mitchell warehouse. Pregnant Omega, 31 weeks, possible complications, priority 1. She kneels beside them, Riven right. He nods. You're going to be okay, we're getting you to a hospital, best care available. And them, Riven looks at Kairo and Silas. They're coming with you, her tone is firm. Witness protection, new identities, fresh start. Kairo's voice is rough. What about Dax? Marin's smile is sharp. He's done. We've been building this case for 2 years. Tonight gave us everything we needed. She stands. Trafficking, murder, racketeering, corruption. He'll never see daylight again. Kairo exhales slowly. Paramedics rush in, surrounding Riven. They check his vitals, prep a stretcher. Sir, we need to get you to the hospital, immediately. Riven grabs Kairo's hand. Don't leave me. I'm not going anywhere. They load Riven onto the stretcher. Kairo and Silas climb into the ambulance with him. As they pull away, Riven looks through the back window. Dax Valen kneels in the rain, cuffed, surrounded by federal agents. Their eyes meet one last time. Dax's expression is cold, unreadable. Then the ambulance turns the corner. And he's gone. Riven leans back, hand on his belly, and lets himself breathe. For the first time in months, he's not running. He's not hiding. He's free. But as the adrenaline fades, one thought circles his mind. Dax said this isn't over. And Dax never makes empty threats. With Dax behind bars, is their nightmare truly over, or is the most dangerous game just beginning? The hospital room is too bright. Riven squints against the fluorescent lights, exhausted down to his bones. Monitors beep steadily beside the bed. An IV drips into his arm. The baby's heartbeat echoes through a speaker, strong, steady, alive. 32 weeks now. He made it through the night. Kairo sits in the chair beside him, head in his hands. He hasn't slept. His knuckles are bandaged. His face is bruised. Silas curls up on a cot in the corner, finally resting. A nurse checks Riven's vitals, smiling gently. You're doing great, baby looks good, heart rate's perfect. Riven exhales slowly. When can I leave? Doctor wants to monitor you for 48 hours. Make sure there's no preterm labor. She adjusts his IV. You've been through significant trauma. We need to be careful. She leaves quietly. Kairo looks up. His eyes are red-rimmed. I should have moved faster. Riven's voice is tired. You saved us. Barely. But you did. Silence settles between them. Riven's hand rests on his belly. The baby shifts beneath his palm, turning slowly. He closes his eyes, feeling every movement. Alive, safe for now. Kairo stands, moving to the window. Rain still pours outside. The storm hasn't stopped. Marin called. His voice is hollow. Dax is in federal custody. No bail. They're charging him with everything. Good. She wants me to testify. Full deposition. Everything I know about the syndicate. Riven looks at him. Will you? Kairo's jaw tightens. He's my father. He tried to kill you. I know, Kairo's fists clench, but testifying means I'm the one who destroys him, publicly, permanently. He deserves it. I know that too, Kairo turns, but it still feels like you're betraying him. Riven's voice hardens. Good, he's been betraying you your whole life. Kairo flinches. Riven softens slightly. I'm not saying it's easy, but you have to choose, him or us. I already chose, Kairo's voice cracks. I chose you the second I pulled you from that car. Riven's chest tightens. Before he can respond, the door opens. Detective Maren Solis walks in, flanked by another agent. She looks professional, composed, but there's something in her eyes that sets Riven on edge. Riven, Kairo, she nods to both. How are you feeling? Like I was dragged through hell, Riven says flatly. Maren's lips twitch, almost a smile. Fair, she pulls out a tablet. I need to walk you both through what happens next. Kairo crosses his arms. We already agreed. Witness protection, new identities. Yes, but there's been a complication. Riven's stomach drops. What kind of complication? Maren hesitates. Dax made bail. The room goes silent. Kairo's entire body goes rigid. That's impossible. You said no bail. Judge overruled us, said the charges weren't sufficient to hold him without trial. Her jaw tightens. He has connections we didn't account for. Riven's heart pounds. Where is he now? Unknown. He left the courthouse 2 hours ago. We've lost him. Kairo slams his fist into the wall. The impact echoes through the room. Sealers wakes with a gasp, eyes wide. Maren's voice stays calm. We have units watching the hospital, guards on every entrance. You're safe here. For how long? Kairo's voice shakes. A day, a week, he'll find us. Not if you testify. We can expedite the trial, get him locked up permanently. And if he kills us before then? Maren doesn't answer. Riven's hands tremble. He looks at Sealers, still half asleep, confused and scared. We need to leave, now. You can't travel, Maren says firmly. Doctor's orders, the baby. We'll die if Dax finds us. Riven. He said he'd cut it out of me. Riven's voice breaks. He said the baby doesn't need me, just blood. The room goes cold. Maren's expression hardens. Okay, new plan. We move you to a secure facility. Federal safe house. Armed guards. No one gets in or out. How soon? Tonight, I'll arrange transport. She looks at Kairo. But you need to give your deposition first. Everything. Names, locations, transactions. We need it all on record before Dax makes another move. Kairo nods slowly. Fine. Maren turns to leave, then stops. One more thing. Riven looks up. Dax's lawyer filed a motion this morning, claiming parental rights to the unborn child. Her voice is tight. He's arguing that as the child's biological grandfather and head of the Valen family, he has legal claim. Riven's vision tunnels. No. It won't hold up in court, but it buys him time and leverage. Kairo's voice is flat. He's not getting near that baby. I know, that's why we're moving fast. Maren pulls out a business card, handing it to Riven. My direct line. You call me if anything feels wrong. Anything. She leaves. The door clicks shut. Riven stares at the ceiling, feeling the baby shift inside him. Dax is out there, hunting them. And this time, there's nowhere left to run. Kairo sits back down, taking Riven's hand. I won't let him touch you. Riven's voice is barely audible. What if you can't stop him? Kairo's grip tightens, then I'll die trying. Hours pass. Night falls. Riven drifts in and out of sleep, haunted by nightmares. Dax's voice, the feel of hands grabbing him, the sharp pain of a blade. He wakes gasping. Kairo is still there, awake, watching the door. What time is it? 3 a.m. Kairo's voice is hoarse. Maren's coming at dawn. We'll be out of here by 6. Riven nods, swallowing hard. Sealer stirs on the cot, mumbling in his sleep. The monitors beep steadily. Everything feels too quiet. Riven's instincts scream at him. Something's wrong. He sits up slowly. Kairo. Yeah. Where's the guard? Kairo frowns outside the door. Why? I don't hear him. Kairo stands immediately, moving to the door. He peers through the small window. His face goes pale. What? Riven's heart pounds. What is it? Kairo backs away from the door. He's gone. What do you mean gone? The guard, he's not there. Riven's breath catches. Kairo pulls out his phone, dialing Marin. It rings and rings. Voicemail. He tries again. Nothing. Riven throws off the blankets, ripping the IV from his arm. We need to leave, now. Kairo grabs Silas, shaking him awake. Get up, we're going. Silas rubs his eyes, confused. What's happening? Just stay close to me. Kairo moves to the door, listening. Silence. He opens it slowly. The hallway is empty, too empty. No nurses, no guards, no one. This isn't right, Kairo's voice is tight. They step into the hallway. Riven moves slowly, one hand on his belly, the other gripping Kairo's arm. The lights flicker. Once, twice. Then go out completely. Emergency lighting kicks in, dim, red, casting long shadows. Steelers whimpers. Footsteps echo from somewhere down the hall. Slow, deliberate. Getting closer. Kairo pushes Riven and Silas behind him. Stay back. A figure emerges from the darkness. Tall, calm, wearing a perfectly tailored suit despite the chaos. Dax Valen. He smiled. Hello, son. Kairo's body goes rigid. How did you get in? Dax tilts his head. I own half the people in this building. Security, nurses, even the janitor who cut the power. He steps closer. Did you really think a few federal agents could stop me? Kairo's hand moves toward his waistband. Dax pulls a gun faster, aims it at Riven. Don't. Kairo freezes. Dax's smile widens. That's better. His gaze shifts to Riven. Hello, Riven, you look terrible. Riven says nothing. Dax continues, voice smooth. I'm going to make this very simple. You come with me quietly, and I let Kairo and Silas walk away. You resist, and I shoot all three of you right here. Kairo's voice shakes. You won't kill your own son. Won't I? Dax's expression doesn't change. You betrayed me, stole from me, turned federal witness against me. He aims the gun at Kairo's chest. Give me one reason why I shouldn't. Silas starts crying. Dax's gaze flicks to him. Quiet boy. Silas tries to stifle his sobs, but they keep coming. Dax's finger tightens on the trigger. And Riven makes a choice. He steps forward, hands raised. I'll go with you. Kairo grabs his arm. No. Let me go, Kairo. Riven. It's me he wants. Riven's voice is steady now. Not you, not Silas. He looks at Dax. Right. Dax lowers the gun slightly. Smart Omega. If I come with you, you let them live. Riven, don't do this. Promise me. Riven's eyes bore into Dax. You let them go. No hunting, no revenge. Dax considers. Fine, they live. Swear it. Dax's smile returns. I swear on the Valen name. Riven knows it's a lie, but it buys time. He pulls free from Kairo's grip and steps toward Dax. Kairo's face shatters. No, please. Riven looks back one last time. Take care of sailors. Riven. Dax grabs Riven's arm, gun pressed to his ribs. Move. They walk down the hallway. Riven's body shakes. The baby kicks desperately. Behind them, Kairo screams. I'll find you, I swear I'll find you. Dax laughs softly. No, son, you won't. They disappear into the darkness. And the hospital falls silent. Has Riven just sacrificed himself for nothing, or is there still one final twist that could save them all? Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss what happens next in this heart-pounding story. Drop a comment below with your thoughts. Your words might inspire someone else watching. Let's support stories that move us. The courtroom is packed. Cameras line the back wall. Journalists fill the gallery. Federal agents stand at every exit. Riven sits in the witness section, hands folded over his belly. 8 months pregnant now. The baby's due in 3 weeks. He shouldn't be here. The doctors told him to rest, but he refused to miss this. Kairo sits beside him, jaw tight, eyes fixed on the defendant's table. Dax Valen sits in chains. Orange jumpsuit, hands cuffed, face blank. But his eyes burn with rage. The judge, a severe woman with steel-grey hair, bangs her gavel. Order, this court is now in session. United States versus Dax Valen. Charges include racketeering, human trafficking, murder, conspiracy, and obstruction of justice. The prosecutor stands, a sharp-eyed man in his 50s named Marcus Webb. Your Honor, the people are ready to proceed. Dax's lawyer, expensive suit, slick-back hair nods. Defense is ready. The trial begins. For 3 hours, witnesses parade through, former syndicate members, trafficking victims, police officers Dax bought. Each one adds another brick to the wall closing around him. But Dax never flinches, never reacts, just sits there like he's watching a boring movie. Then Marcus calls Kairo to the stand. The courtroom goes silent. Kairo stands slowly, his hand brushes Riven's shoulder as he passes. Riven watches him walk to the witness box, watches him raise his right hand and swear to tell the truth. Dax's eyes never leave his son. Marcus approaches. Please state your name for the record. Kairo Valen. And your relationship to the defendant. Kairo's voice is steady. He's my father. Can you tell the court about your role in the Valen syndicate? Kairo exhales. I was his enforcer, his weapon. I collected debts, intimidated witnesses, helped move product across state lines. Murmurs ripple through the gallery. Marcus continues, and did you do this willingly? No, I did it because if I didn't he'd kill me, or someone I cared about. Kairo's gaze shifts to Riven briefly. He doesn't make requests, he makes threats. Can you give an example? Kairo's jaw tightens. When I was 16 I tried to leave, packed a bag, made it to the bus station. He pauses. He found me in 2 hours, broke 3 of my ribs, then he shot my best friend in front of me, said that's what happens when people try to walk away. The courtroom goes dead silent. Marcus lets it sit. Mr. Valen, can you tell the court about the Omega housing units? Kairo nods. They're prisons. Omegas are bought, sold, or assigned to alphas as property. They're tracked, monitored, drugged if they resist. And Riven. Kairo's voice drops. Riven was assigned to me. I didn't ask for it, but Dax made it clear, if I didn't accept, someone worse would get him. Did you harm Riven? No, Kairo's eyes meet Riven's. I tried to protect him. I failed. Riven's chest aches. Marcus pulls out a document. Your Honor, I'd like to enter Exhibit 47, a ledger detailing transactions within the Valen syndicate. Names, dates, amounts. He hands it to Kairo. Can you verify this? Kairo scans it. Yes, that's Dax's handwriting, his personal records. And where did you obtain this? From his private safe. I stole it the night I ran. Gasps fill the courtroom. Dax's lawyer shoots to his feet. Objection. This evidence was obtained illegally. The judge cuts him off. Overruled. The witness was acting to preserve his own life and the lives of others. I'll allow it. Marcus smiles thinly. No further questions. Dax's lawyer stands for cross-examination. Mr. Valen, isn't it true you have a grudge against your father? Yes. And isn't it possible you fabricated this ledger to frame him? Kairo's voice is ice. The FBI verified every transaction in that book. You can try to discredit me, but you can't discredit bank records. The lawyer's face tightens. No further questions. Kairo steps down. But as he passes the defendant's table, Dax speaks. Quietly, just loud enough for Kairo to hear. You're dead, so is the Omega, so is that baby. Kairo stops, turns. Their eyes lock. No, Kairo says clearly, you are. He walks back to his seat. The prosecutor calls more witnesses. The evidence piles higher. Documents, testimonies, recorded phone calls. By the end of the day, the case is airtight. The jury deliberates for 40 minutes. They return with a verdict. Guilty on all counts. The courtroom erupts, reporters scramble, cameras flash. Dax sits motionless, but his hands curl into fists. The judge bangs her gavel. Order. She turns to Dax. Mr. Valen, you have been found guilty of heinous crimes against humanity. Trafficking, murder, corruption on a massive scale. Her voice is steel. I hereby sentence you to life in federal prison without possibility of parole. You will be remanded immediately. Federal agents move forward, gripping Dax's arms. He doesn't resist, but as they pull him to his feet, his eyes find Riven. And he smiles. Cold, empty, promising. Riven's blood runs cold. Kairo stands, blocking Dax's view. He can't touch you anymore. He just promised he would. He's going to die in prison. Riven wants to believe that, but Dax's smile haunts him. Outside the courthouse, cameras swarm them. Mr. Valen, how do you feel about your father's conviction? Riven, when's the baby due? Are you afraid of retaliation? Maren pushes through, flanked by agents. Back up, give them space. She guides them to a waiting SUV. They climb in. Silas sits in the back, clutching a stuffed bear a social worker gave him. You did it, Maren says as they drive away. He's done. Kairo's hand finds Riven's. Is he though? Maren's expression is grim. He'll be in maximum security, solitary confinement, no contact with the outside. He has people everywhere. We've been arresting his network for weeks. The syndicate's collapsing. Riven exhales slowly. The baby kicks hard, like it's celebrating. What happens to us now? Witness protection, new identities, new city, new life. Maren hands them a folder. You pick the location, we handle the rest. Kairo opens it, pictures of houses in different states, quiet neighborhoods, normal lives. Silas peers over his shoulder. Can we get a dog? Kairo's lips twitch, almost a smile. Yeah, buddy, we can get a dog. Riven looks out the window as the courthouse disappears behind them. For the first time in years, he lets himself feel something dangerous. Hope. 3 weeks later, Riven goes into labor. It's fast, brutal, 12 hours of pain that makes him scream. Kairo doesn't leave his side, holds his hand, wipes his forehead, whispers that he's strong, he's brave, he's almost there. Silas waits outside with Maren, too young to be in the delivery room, but refusing to leave the hospital. At 3:47 a.m., the baby arrives. A girl. Small, perfect, screaming her lungs out. The nurse places her on Riven's chest, wet, warm, alive. Riven's hands shake as he holds her, tears stream down his face. She's here, he whispers. She's really here. Kairo leans over them, eyes wet. She's beautiful. The baby's cries soften. Her tiny fist wraps around Riven's finger. And Riven feels something break open inside him. Not pain, not fear. Love, pure, overwhelming. What do we name her? Kairo asks softly. Riven looks at her dark hair, her scrunched up face, her perfect tiny fingers. Hope, he says. Her name is Hope. Kairo's hand covers Riven's. Hope Valen. No, Riven's voice is firm. Not Valen, that name is poison. Kairo nods slowly. Then what? Riven thinks. Hope Hale, my name, my family. Kairo's eyes close. Hope Hale, I love it. The nurse takes the baby to clean her up. Riven collapses back against the pillows, exhausted beyond words. Kairo kisses his forehead. You did it, you're incredible. Riven's eyes drift shut. We did it, together. Hours later, Silas is finally allowed in. He approaches the bed slowly, eyes huge, staring at the tiny bundle in Riven's arms. That's her, he whispers. That's her. She's so small. You were this small once. Silas reaches out tentatively. Hope's hand wraps around his finger. His face lights up. She likes me. Kairo laughs, actual laughter. It sounds rusty, unused, but real. Maren appears in the doorway. How's everyone doing? Exhausted, Riven says, but good. I have news. She steps inside. Dax was transferred to ADX Florence this morning. Supermax, 23 hours a day in solitary, no phone calls, no visitors, no contact with anyone. Kairo exhales slowly. Good. There's more. Marin's expression softens. We found 6 other Omega survivors from the housing units. They're willing to testify against the remaining syndicate members. This isn't just about Dax anymore. We're taking down the entire operation. Riven looks at Hope sleeping peacefully in his arms. Will they be safe? We'll protect them, same as you. Marin pauses. You started something, Riven, by running, by surviving. You gave others hope that they could too. Riven's throat tightens. Marin hands Kairo an envelope. Your new documents, new names, new address, cars waiting when you're ready to leave. Kairo opens it. Inside are birth certificates, driver's licenses, social security cards. New identities, new life. Thank you, he says quietly. Marin nods. You earned it, both of you. She looks at Sealers, all of you. She leaves them alone. The hospital room falls quiet except for Hope's soft breathing. Riven looks at Kairo. Are you scared? Terrified, Kairo's hand rests on Hope's head, but also excited. Is that allowed? I think so. I've never had a normal life, never had a choice. His eyes meet Riven's. Now we do. What do you want? Riven asks. If you could have anything. Kairo considers. A house with a yard, a job that doesn't involve hurting people, dinner at 6 every night, Sealers in school, Hope growing up safe. He pauses. You, always you. Riven's chest aches. I want that too. Then let's take it. How did Riven and Kairo's courage reshape not just their lives, but the lives of countless others trapped in darkness? Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a story that inspires change. Share your thoughts in the comments below and help us spread hope to others who need it most. 6 months later. The house is small, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, peeling paint on the porch, but it has a yard, and windows that let in sunlight, and a door that locks from the inside. It's theirs. Riven stands in the kitchen, washing bottles. Hope sleeps in a bassinet nearby, 6 months old now. Her dark hair is getting longer. Her eyes are bright and curious. Sealers runs through the living room, chasing a puppy, a golden retriever they named Sunny. The dog barks happily, tail wagging. Inside voices, Riven calls. Sealers giggles, sorry. Kairo comes through the front door, arms full of groceries. He works construction now, honest work, hard work. He comes home tired and sore, but he comes home smiling. Hey, he sets the bags down and kisses Riven's cheek. How was your day? Hope rolled over twice. Sealers got an A on his spelling test. Sunny destroyed another shoe. Kairo laughs. Which shoe? Yours. Of course, he doesn't sound mad, just amused. This is their life now, small, quiet, normal. Riven never thought he'd have this, never thought he'd survive long enough to see it. But here he is, washing bottles, making dinner, watching his daughter sleep and his stepson play. Alive, freeze, whole. Kairo wraps his arms around Riven from behind, resting his chin on his shoulder. I got a call from Marin today. Riven tenses. What did she want? The trial for the other syndicate members wrapped up. Guilty verdicts across the board. They're all going to prison. Riven exhales. Good. She also said 3 more Omegas came forward. Because of you. Because you survived and testified. Riven's hands still in the water. 3 more. Yeah, Kairo's voice is soft. You gave them courage. Riven's eyes burn. I just ran. You ran, you fought, you survived, and you showed them it was possible. Kairo turns Riven around gently. You're a hero. I'm not. You are. Kairo's hands frame his face. To them, to Sealers, to Hope. He pauses, to me. Riven's tears spill over. Kairo wipes them away. We made it, against everything, we made it. Riven nods, unable to speak. Hope starts fussing. Riven picks her up, cradling her close. She settles immediately, making small cooing sounds. Sealers runs over, Sunny at his heels. Can we go to the park? Kairo ruffles his hair. After dinner. Promise. Promise. Sealers beams and runs off again. Riven looks around the small kitchen, at the mismatched dishes, the cheap furniture, the worn floors. It's not fancy, it's not perfect. But it's home. And it's theirs. Later that night, after dinner and the park and baths and bedtime stories, Riven sits on the porch. The air is warm, crickets chirp, stars fill the sky. Kairo joins him, 2 mugs of tea in hand. He passes one over. They sit in comfortable silence. Do you ever think about him? Riven asks quietly.
Dax.
Yeah. Kairo considers, sometimes, but not as much anymore. Do you think he thinks about us? Every day, Kairo's voice is certain. He's sitting in that cell hatting us, plotting revenge he'll never get. Does that scare you? No, Kairo looks at him, because he's locked away, and we're here, living, that's the best revenge. Riven sips his tea. I used to think broken people could never heal. What changed? You sealers hope, Riven's voice cracks. This life, I'm still broken, but I'm healing, slowly. Kairo takes his hand. We're all broken, that's what makes us human. The question isn't whether we are broken, it's what we do after. Riven nods. Dax chose violence. And we chose love. They sit together as night deepens around them. Inside, Hope sleeps peacefully. Sealer's dreams in his bed. Sunny snores on the couch. And Riven finally understands something he couldn't before. The storm didn't drown him. It washed away the cage. And left him standing in the wreckage, broken but breathing, ready to build something new. Not perfect, not easy. But real and his. Kairo squeezes his hand. What are you thinking? Riven looks at him, at this man who chose him over power, who fought for him, who stayed. I'm thinking, Riven says softly, that everything changed. Kairo smiles. Yeah, it did. They sit together under the stars. Free healing's home. And somewhere far away, in a concrete cell with no windows and no hope, Dax Valen sits alone. Forgotten by the world. While the people he tried to break build a life he'll never touch. That's justice. Not revenge, not violence. Survival, love, family. The monsters don't always win. Sometimes the broken ones do. What lessons will you take from Riven and Kairo's journey of courage, sacrifice, and redemption? Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss powerful stories like this one. Drop a comment sharing how this story moved you. Your words could inspire someone else who needs to hear it. Let's build a community that supports stories of hope and resilience. Thank you for watching.